Hello, all you kimono-clad Shogun assassins in Webtown, and welcome to another Indie Wednesday here on Crypto Comics. Today, we take another trip back through time to the days of feudal Japan in this grayscale sketched comic book from writer and artist J. Paul Schiek called Hush Ronin, originally released in a smaller format by Ashcan Comics Publications. This one has me divided, folks. Perhaps a first on Indie Wednesday. I love J. Paul Schiek's artistic style, and I have seen his work in other books like Legends of the Lone Wolf, where I felt its inclusion added tremendous value to the trade paperback anthology as a whole. The writing in Hush Ronin, however, has left me a bit disappointed, I guess. Not because it isn't good, but because it felt like it didn't belong on top of such incredible artwork, which is weird to say since the story and the art are by the same guy. Let's take a look inside Hush Ronin, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Will Wanderer-sama be requiring anything? Hold that thought. Right here. Hiya! Roku! Anzu! I think I found him. Oh my gods, that looks so safe. Hey! I said hold the thought, not the bottle. Good work, little brother. Don't let him escape. And don't touch him. That turd-stained pig's undercrotch Ronin is all mine. Give me the bottle. Now. Please. Strange. I don't see the horse he stole anywhere. We know you're in there, Ronin. Stop prolonging the inevitable and come out. You have much to answer for, you pig-eating son of a nameless prostitute. Kenji, are you sure this is the same coward who stole my favorite horse? I am quite certain, Roku. By the way, Kinuko is dead, Ronin. Anyone who would rut with a mangy dog deserves to die like one. Who is Kinuko? His wife. Oh, see you in a minute. Probably. You'd better. That's my bottle. Gentlemen, what seems to be the problem? You are, you filthy Ronin. You made me kill my wife and rode off on my favorite horse. What have you done with my favorite horse, Ronin? I sold it. Name brand sake is pricey. A pity about your wife, though. She was a real sweetheart. You know, it seems to me her only real crime was that she wasn't born a little peasant boy. Enough! I'm going to kill you! Rah! Meh. You're way too predictable. Clang! Rah! Wow, thanks. I bet there's a good half-brother joke somewhere in there. Grr! Oh well. Hold still and die, damn you. Curse you, Ronin. You killed my wife. And then you killed my brothers. I'll drink sake from your skull. That's nice. Let's say we just cut straight to the lesson. Anger is a piss-poor substitute for solid technique. Ah! That looks like it smarts a bit, but given that you're such a reptile, perhaps it'll grow back. I doubt it. Alas, I must leave. Turns out I'm allergic to police. Makes me break out in crucifixion every time. But I'm taking another horse, so you know. Probably sell this one for drinking money, too. Great catching up with you. Abayo, Roku. Well, you're not as bad as he was, but you'll do in a pinch. Come along. You're no use to Kitsune if I let you bleed to death. Whoa, take it easy, girl. You're better than this. Okay, so maybe you're not. Would you calm down already? It's just a stupid fox. In broad daylight, standing under that creepy gate and staring at us like... Yeah, you know what? Let's get the hell out of here. Foxes are bad luck anyway, I think. Okay, you see what I mean? This is the funniest, wittiest, most flippant dialogue you could imagine. But it does not match the artwork in any way. And it messes with me. I like the dialogue. I like the artwork. I don't like the dialogue with the artwork. And I think it's because the dialogue is just too anachronistic. It's modern dialogue forced onto a Ronin that looks like a Ronin. I mean, this all looks like it's set in that period. And so the dialogue is very out of place. Whereas if this was drawn a bit more cartoonish, it would fit perfectly fine. And I wouldn't have a problem with it. But I love the art so much because it's serious. It's serious. It's not childish in any way. And I really appreciate that about J. Paul Schiek's artwork is that it isn't childish. And it's a nice change from the comics I usually enjoy reading, which are Rob Liefeld comic books, you know what I mean? And so for my taste, the dialogue is just too anachronistic to come from a Ronin's lips in feudal Japan. It makes him feel like a fish out of water, as if a modern man has been sent back in time and is playing a samurai in the manner he thinks a samurai would behave. Perhaps a modern take on a Toshiro Mifune outlaw sort of character one would see in the works of Akira Kurosawa, like Mifune's role in Seven Samurai. Ultimately, for me, the dialogue doesn't fit with the time period or with the highly impressive artwork. Though the general idea of a loudmouth Ronin talking trash as he lives by his own rules is certainly in my wheelhouse. In Hush Ronin, though, it just isn't quite working how I'd like. And perhaps this is because probably 20% of the feature films I watch are from Japan, so I'm much more acquainted with their culture and history than the average Westerner. I did, after all, just finish a gig writing a Yakuza film for a company based in Japan. But all this is just strictly my perspective on this visually alluring grayscale comic. This comic's creator, J. Paul Schiek, has worked on a variety of projects, many of which you can discover at his website, jschiek.com. Let me spell that and put it on the screen so there's no confusion for you sluggish sake drinkers in Webtown. That's jschiek.com, JSCHIEK.com, jschiek.com. No relation to the Iron Sheik or Sabu's uncle, but just as talented with a pencil. As for the original publisher of Hush Ronin, you can check them out at ashcancomics.pub.com, though their selection of comics is surprisingly sparse to say the least. These are the challenges of being an indie comic creator, publisher, and fan. Sometimes you just can't find the comics you're looking for because no one is selling them. Why would they spend all that time to make a comic and then not sell it forever online? I don't know. It's nuts. But you can still pick up Hush Ronin and some other Ashcan Comics publications on eBay, so feel free to give them a look. But only after you've checked the selection of diverse novels available from your boy Crypto at enterthelostlibrary.com. I don't have a samurai story, but I have science fiction, sword and sorcery, sword and sandal, and historical fiction available for your reading pleasure. All that and more at enterthelostlibrary.com. And hey, don't forget to be a finger ninja and slice through that like button before sharing this video with your fellow samurai. And if you're new to Crypto Comics, you'll want to take this opportunity to subscribe and then hit that little bell, which I've heard will free a person from slavery in China. I haven't confirmed that personally, but it's what I've heard, so give it a shot. And then come right back here to Crypto Comics in 48 hours for another totally awesome comic book review. Sayonara, Kryptonites, and arigato.
At the dawn of the electrical age, best friends Ollie, Benny, and Jinshen are more worried about unraveling the mystery of the fire-spewing gargoyle haunting the night skies above their bustling western city than the street lamps lighting their way. When a local electrical pioneer becomes the monster's next target, the 12-year-old boys enlist the help of a knowledgeable newspaper publisher to sort out the secret of the flying menace. Set in the year 1889, the Gaslight Gang, Curse of the Grey Gargoyle, features real figures from American history, as well as the innovative inventions that propelled society forward. Designed to educate while it entertains, the Gaslight Gang is a language-free story suitable for kids between the ages of 8 and 80 years old. Get your copy now in digital or print form on Amazon.com, and remember to sign up for our mailing list at enterthelostlibrary.com.